Ferranti.
Ferranti.
Okay.
Does that sound right to you, what they've said?
Coach Ferranti?
Ferrante.
Okay, Ferranti.
Hey, let me know when y'all are ready. I'm gonna text last so you can
Mic check, 1, 2. 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Mic check. Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Mic check.
He has boxes right now.
You have a full box?
Got a bunch for the media. Ferrante.
Check, check, 1, 2. Check. Okay.
I was like, they were up 35 to 10.
If I don't get a chance on the way out, thank you for all your help and hospitality. Appreciate it. All right, thanks. Good luck next week.
Yeah, make sure it didn't fall over. Good. We need Michael. We need 3. We usually don't give them to the players. We just give them to coach.
They requested 3.
Oh, they requested 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, how are you?
Were you on the field for most of the game?
We were on the field for the whole game. The only exception was and then we went up and stuck for each of our seats. But yeah, other than that, we were on. I went in the field. I went to the bathroom and I came back out. Oh, they said we're gonna switch sides. That's when I remember that the last 2 times we won the playoff, I felt like I was just sitting on that side. So we had to go to that side and now we were fine. Ooh, I think Abilene was up on North Dakota State at one point. They are not up. They are not up anymore. 40-24. Charlton State.
What's that?
I'll give you a cue when I see him start hitting this one.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, they're waiting on him.
Typically,
Visiting team goes first.
yeah, we always say visiting team goes first. At other places,
I thought that was when I was walking in basketball. Come out and support clubs. Yeah.
Coach Ferrante, Jalen Sanchez, and Brandon Bell. Coach will start us off with a statement, then we'll take some questions.
First of all, congratulations to UIW. They found a way to get it done and secure that victory. Watching them on film, if you'd have told me before the game started that we are going to hold that offense to 13 points, I probably would have taken it every time. But unfortunately, 13 was enough to win the game today. So congrats to them. I told our guys in our locker room, congratulations on a great season. They have a lot to be proud of. And I love every one of them. We're like family in there. And obviously that was evident when we just left there. So congratulations to UIW. Congratulations to our team for having a really nice year. And unfortunately, it came to an end today.
Questions?
Maria McWayne, Philadelphia Inquirer. I guess this is for everybody, but it was a very veteran team in y'all, obviously, and then a very veteran team in UIW. Do you think that's kind of what spurred that like good on good that you saw today from both teams?
We have a lot of veterans on defense. I think they're similar on offense, so I think that's what you're referencing. We're really young on offense, actually, in a lot of positions. So our defense did a great job holding that high explosive 37 points a game offense to only 13 points. So I think that might have had, we have a lot of guys with a lot of experience on that side of the ball, and I think they did a good job holding it down. We didn't do as well as we normally do against the run today, but they didn't hit us with too many explosives in the pass game and anything like that. So I think our leadership, veteran, and resiliency and toughness on defense definitely helped us today.
Yeah, I mean, going into this, we knew they were a good offense, but we also had confidence in ourselves. I mean, holding this offense to 13 points, I'm proud of my guys and what we did on the field. I mean, with the outcome, I don't control the outcome of the game, but I'm proud of my guys.
Obviously, as an offense, you never expect to not score a touchdown in the game. So that definitely wasn't our goal today. But I can say my guys fought on offense, so I'm proud of that.
Anyone else? Hold on a second.
Coach, what were the biggest issues that UIW's defense gave to you guys that allowed them to have some success on that end?
They got off the field on third down. Just looking at this, obviously we only converted one, and they did a good job on first down. We were never ahead of the chains. You know, they got us we either threw an incomplete pass at times or they stopped us for, nowhere 1 yard gain. So now you're looking at second and long, and kind of gets us out of our rhythm a little bit. So, and they stayed on the field. They had some really good drives. Looking at this thing, 87 plays to 50. That's not what you want. That's not what you want. We need to keep them off the field as opposed to us staying off the field. So.
But like you said, y'all only allowed 13 points. What defensively were you able to do to kind of keep them out of the end zone from so much of the game?
Yeah, we blitzed a decent amount. We put a lot of pressure on our DBs to, cover their really good wideouts. And they had some drops, but we had some good defensive plays when they did try to take some of their shots as well. So we try to load up the box, add an extra guy to the box to try to stop that run. Obviously, they hit some seams on us a little bit. Looking at this total yardage and everything, it ended up a lot worse than I thought it was. But our guys, I don't want to say we're bend but don't break, but that's happened to us a little bit this year, and we've held some people to some field goals like we did today. And, even though we seem to give up some yards between the 20s.
Obviously, David at running back is probably the biggest name among your youngsters, but you mentioned you guys you're pretty young on offense. What do you think they're going to learn from this going forward?
Yeah, you can't simulate game experience. We got 3 redshirt freshmen and a true freshman playing offensive line. We got true redshirt freshmen and a true freshman and 2 redshirt freshmen in the backfield. And normally we would have a redshirt freshman tight end, but he's been out for the last couple weeks. So anyway, these young guys anytime you can get a whatever 12, 13 game season in is going to be valuable for their future moving down the road.
Anyone else? All right, thank you, Coach.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
guys.
Thanks for being here.
All right. Coach Killo, Zach Calzada. And Mr. Williams. Coach will start us off.
Yeah, it's the first time I've been able to look at the box score, so I'm trying to soak this in. Obviously, the elements impacted the game tonight, just in terms of ball security. Really impacted our approach to the game. Obviously, we want to put the ball in the air and be explosive in the passing game. I don't know how many drops we had, but way too many. But I'm proud of this football team. I'm proud of the culture that we've built. We talk a ton about intention on a day-to-day basis. You know, and I thought that we were very intentional, play to play, bad, good, indifferent, everything. These guys fought all the way to the end. Our culture won tonight. So.
Okay. Great.
Coach, what were the big things that you guys had to take away from Villanova's offense, and how were you able to get that done?
Yeah, their quarterback is a stud. He can definitely hurt you with his legs. They have a few young running backs that are really, really dangerous. I thought our defense really stepped up and took the run away from them. Obviously, that's what they want to do first. And then when you compound the elements and the rain and things like that, it made it difficult for them to move the football. We gave them a couple of short fields, which was unfortunate, but again, our defense bowed up. Jim Gush, you got leaders like Mr. Williams, Dune Smith, Mason Chambers, you know, for a place that's really known for our offense, our defense is tremendous. Yeah, a three-phase win.
Mister, what did it mean to you to see that, like Coach said, a team that's known for offense in a lot of ways was able to deliver in such a big way on the defensive end today?
It was just fun to see all the guys go out there and do what we do best, knowing that, you know, when they recruited us, when we all get together on the weekends or during the week, practice, just to see everybody's hard work pay off, it's beautiful.
Coach, could you guys have won this type of game in previous years, a game where you guys only scored 10 points or 13?
Yeah, I don't know, we won today. To be totally honest with you, that's a little hard for me to wrap my head around. I'm going to be where my feet are. Again, I'm proud as heck of these guys. You know, and one guy in particular that I'm really proud of is Lontrell Turner, a young guy that's been through a ton of trials and tribulations on and off the field, a converted wideout to running back. Yeah, I love that guy, and I'm proud of him because he did a hell of a job tonight. And he's a big reason why we came out victorious today.
Coach, from last year, you know, not making the playoffs to today, going on to the, you know, top 8, what are your emotions? What are you guys feeling, especially you, Zach, and Mister?
Yeah, pinch me. I'm still trying to soak all this in, to be totally honest with you. I haven't had a chance to replay it all in my mind. Obviously, it was a sloppy game. You know, I talked a couple weeks ago, though, about our culture. And in year 2, it's really something that has come to the forefront. You know, our guys believe in our culture. Our guys believe in winning with intention. They believe in detail. They believe in effort. They love each other and they trust each other. And that's what great teams do, you know, because sometimes the X's and O's, they don't go according to plan. You know, we're all people, and things are dynamic and things happen on the fly, but culture wins. And when you trust each other and you love each other, good things happen. So I'm extremely proud of the culture that we've built, the mentality that we've built, and I'm just proud to be the leader of this program.
I'm not sure if that score went final yet, but it looks like you guys are going to have a rematch with South Dakota next week. How are you guys going to prepare differently compared to the first time that you guys faced South Dakota?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, they're going to be a different football team. That was week 2, so a lot of football has been played since then. They played tremendously. Jimmy Rogers is as good as it gets as a football coach, to be totally honest with you. But hopefully it's not raining. I know it's going to be cold, but hopefully it's not raining, so we don't have as many dropped footballs. But, you know, we're we're going to be who we are. You know, we're going to play our brand of football. We're going to try to dictate the pace of the game, and we're going to go up there and we're going to swing for sure.
Zach, what did it mean to you to be a part of delivering this team to a playoff win today?
Man, I'm just happy to have another week with this team. And, you know, Coach says all the time, and I'm a firm believer of the fact that this team is God's gift to us, and just the people in that building, the players, the coaches, the trainers, the strength staff, the support staff. I mean, just being around, you know, that family and that culture, like you said, is a blessing. And I wasn't ready for that to be over yet. So
Let me say this, guys. Both of these guys next to me have been at the pinnacle of college football. Both were Power 4 kids that were highly recruited. One of them beat Nick Saban in Alabama. The other one was an absolute stud for Deion Sanders. For whatever reason, he didn't keep him on his staff. But both of these guys have been through so much off the field. You want to talk about a journey. You want to talk about integrity. These two guys, they represent this university better than anyone possible. And I'm so proud that every single Saturday they walk out there to that coin toss, because they are a tremendous representation of what life is about. Working through trials and tribulations, being around people that love you and that are confident in you. And they galvanize people around them. They're leaders, and they're going to be so successful in life, even beyond football. So I am proud as hell. Excuse my language, I'm sorry, I don't know if that's a bad word or not, but I'm glad they're sitting next to me.
Zach, how did you guys get the run game going at such a high level today? What was the key to that?
just doing our job. that's what he says every week: be physical and do your job. And you know, the guys up front, they led the way. And then, like you said, Boo Bam, or Lontrell, and Tim. Man, just get vertical. That's all we said all week. Got to stay ahead of the sticks. We got to get vertical and protect the ball. And I think, you know, the guys on our team really embody and embrace what the coaches coach us to do. And that was the motto going into it. And we bought into it and got it going.
How about your part of that? Used to putting up some pretty big passing numbers, but today you looked for a lot with your legs. Did you know that might be there coming in, or how did that come together?
I think it just kind of happened. You know, it was part of the plan, definitely, just to stay ahead of the sticks and, you know, by any means necessary. And you know, that's a way to get it done. And if it's there, you know, I was coached to take that this week, and that's what I did.
Guys, if it is a rematch with South Dakota, sorry, back here. If it is a rematch with South Dakota, as players, how do you look at kind of the revenge factor or getting back at something that you might have wanted to win earlier this season?
I'll go first. I wouldn't say it's more of a revenge factor, but it's just another chance to show what we can do. Like I said, for the years I've been here, we've always been doubted. We've always been looked down upon. A lot of people talk about us. So to go out there, have an opportunity to go prove somebody wrong again, that's more than I can ask for.
Southland Strong, right? Gas Tank League. Shout out Chris Grant. Yeah, it's your turn.
Yeah, like you said, we're just going to go out there and show what we can do and keep this thing rolling. You know, there's a lot of love in that building, and you know, we want to play as long as we can. So it's just another opportunity to, you know, go out and show what we can do up north.
Hey, Coach Killo, you're right. It is going to be cold next week, but the extended forecast today looks partly cloudy, sunny.
Wow.
Can there be lessons out of, or good things about a game like today where the conditions weren't ideal? And you mentioned the drops about this is what we just went through, and here's what we're going to kind of sort of with the cold face again next week.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, we'll take that into account. Obviously, we knew what the forecast was going to be this week. Zach talked about it a little bit. He was going to have to utilize his legs. We talked to him a ton about being decisive in terms of, you know, if 1 and 2 are not there, then tuck it and run, get it down to the back. Just, again, stay ahead of the sticks. So it's something that we'll talk about. Obviously, if it's not wet, that is a huge proponent for us because we'll be able to warm up, get the juices going, and throw it around a little bit. But, again, we're going to be who we are. You know, we're going to play our brand of football, and we're going to go get it. So,
Coach, congratulations on the win. So you mentioned defense did really well tonight. Offense, you're known for your offense, but it was the defense that did the story tonight. So is a game like this a blessing in disguise for your team?
yeah, I mean, any win is a blessing, to be totally honest with you. It doesn't surprise me. I mean, we have one of the best defenses in the country, and we've had it all year long. You know, I mean, we can talk about statistics and all these other things, but I watch these guys prepare every single week. They're one of the best red zone defenses in the country. It doesn't surprise me. We win games 3 phases. Our special teams was tremendous today. Brack Peacock put some stuff through the uprights that was huge for us. You know, and whatever it takes. You know, that's kind of that's who we are. Whatever it takes. We focus on the things that matter in that building. You know, in an environment of college football where there's a lot of things that are put in front of these guys that don't matter. We do a really good job at UIW of focusing on the things that matter. You know, relationships, execution, working through hard times, trusting each other. Yeah. So.
Zach, just a moment ago, Coach talked about your 2021 performance against the University of Alabama, led by Nick Saban, and y'all found yourselves down in the late stages of this ball game. How did those previous experiences at A&M help guide you to today's victory?
I don't really think about that too much, but there's definitely, you know, in our flex some lessons that can be learned, and I think that just comes from experience playing the game. You know, there's moments where you learn what your team needs and what you don't need. So yeah, just not looking to do too much in times when we don't need too much. You know, we had a lot of confidence in our offense today. We felt like we were stopping ourselves at a lot of times. So just looking to move the ball forward and yeah, playing efficiently.
Coach, not back here, not saying that the forecast is going to change, but as a team that is in San Antonio, doesn't see a lot of rain. Obviously, there were some issues today with the rain and some drops. How do you get better at catching the ball in wet times, and how do you improve on those things when you don't see it very often?
Yeah, I mean, there's no magic football, or there's no magic formula, sorry. We have some of the best wideouts in the country. I think we have the best, statistic receiver duo in the country. Those guys know how to catch the football. It's just one of those things. And sometimes when things happen like that, you just got to flush it and move forward. Take it into account the next time that type of situation arises. But we don't have to reinvent the wheel by any means. Let's just get back to work. Let's get back to the fundamentals. Let's do what we do and be confident. Obviously, any win is a blessing, especially in playoff time because it's win or go home. So we're gonna move forward and we're gonna practice with confidence, and we're gonna go up there with confidence, and we're gonna go up there to win a football game.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks,
Appreciate
guys.
you guys.
Appreciate it.
Can I take this?